I pass all the tests, I'm definitely going to California. I'm going to be a criminal lawyer. Of course, it all takes about 20 years.
You'll be dead by then.
Well, I believe in having a goal. That way you succeed. Actually, it's your trouble. You've no ambition.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. What's going on? Anthony Plays, Jet Propelled Llamas, Mini King 233. What's up, man? Plane Spotter 242, Caden Hunt, Lufthansa Virtual Airliner. Good to see you, man. Mike, welcome back. Good to see you as well. Amar Beg, what's up, man? Good to see you. This is X-Plane 11, and we're actually on VATSIM today. Sean1903, what's up? Good to see you. I was actually gonna fly on Pilot Edge, but I'm gonna try to save that for tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna be able to do the race tomorrow, so I may, if possible, do another flight on Pilot Edge tomorrow with Blue Arrow Charters. So anyways, this is Challenger 300. This is absolutely my favorite. Turn it down a little bit. This is absolutely my favorite business jet, like, period, in real life and in X-Plane. No joke. Discord link is in the description, Mike, but that is for Blue Arrow pilots only. So if you're looking for my Blue Games Discord, you're gonna need one of the moderators to post that in chat for you. So just so you guys know that the link in the description for Discord is for only Blue Arrow pilots or people who want to be Blue Arrow pilots on FSeconomy or Sim Buddy. All right, let's just get that clear. But if you want the Discord for Blue Games, you are definitely free to join. Just get a moderator to post that link in the chat for us. That'd be amazing. All right, so we got a lot of flying to do today. Oh yeah, I definitely like this better than the Cessna Citation. Absolutely. Cessna Citation is really good. I gotta say, it's really good. But yeah. Anyways, let's get started. We got 3 legs to do today, I believe. We're doing FSeconomy stuff, so we know we're trying to get this money in. We're gonna probably have about 16 passengers when we're done with all this. The Challenger can only fit 8 per flight for a full flight. So first, right now we're at Modesto. We've been here a lot of times. I know in the past, whenever I fly for FSeconomy, This is one of the airports that we're renting all of the gates at, so we are in control of where all of the passengers go from this airport. The link is also in the description for this too. I did actually make this airport myself, pretty proud of it. I used pretty much all free available libraries and things like that, like Mr. X, textures, RA library, things like that. That's what I use to create it. But I'm actually just getting into making custom scenery, custom objects myself. I just haven't incorporated that into any of my sceneries yet. But anyways, as I said, let's get started. What's up, Infinite Marshall? Good to see you. IFMG, good to see you, man. Eleno, good to see you. Hugo, what's up, man? What server? I don't know. People always ask me that on VATSIM. I don't know, bro. I'm on VATSIM. Doesn't matter what server I'm on. Aren't we all on the same server? Aren't we all connected in the same thing? So I'm definitely on whatever's closest to me. So Dallas, I think, is the closest server to me. So I'm on the Dallas US whatever server, whatever the heck it's called. But anyways, it's been a while, to be honest with you, since I've started this playing Cold and Dark. Usually, not gonna lie, when I'm in a hurry to fly this, I just go straight to the left side over here and hit fast start, and I just cranks it up and gets it going. Let me know, what do you guys, of everyone who's watching, and check 1 2. Yeah, this seems to happen every time I stream X-Plane. Within the first few minutes, OBS crashes. I don't know what the problem is, but we're back, guys, don't worry. Shamrock, what's up? Welcome to the stream. And anyways, really quick poll. All right, guys, you got like 2 minutes. I don't want to waste too much time. You got like 2 minutes to go in and decide, would you like me to start this up from scratch, from Cold and Dark, manually, or would you like me to do fast start? Let me know. It doesn't matter to me. The Blue Arrow server is for Blue Arrow pilots. I already mentioned that earlier. So if you're flying for us, if you're making money for the company, that's who that's for. Basically. But yeah, check it out. We have our own Blue Arrow livery. Matter of fact, the links for all the liveries are in the description too. So Blue Arrow Executive is what I call this one for the Challenger 300. It's really just our colors. The Blue Arrow colors is all it is. Sexy livery. I love this one. Yeah, I know the stream cut off. I already got it restarted back up. So we're good to go now. We are good to go, guys. But yeah, go ahead and chime in. Would you like me to start it up, or would you like me to just do a fast start? Yes, there is a cabin. Bro, why would I say this is my favorite? Why would I say this is my favorite if there's no cabin? If there was no cabin, it wouldn't be my favorite. Matter of fact, if this plane didn't have a cabin, I wouldn't have this in my hangar. So yeah, we can take a closer look at that later. Oops. Oh, that's what that button does. Interesting. All right. All right, well, we're gonna start it up because you guys can't decide. Hopefully I can remember how to do it. Cold and Dark. All right, Angel says Cold and Dark. All right, so first the battery. Again, I haven't started this thing up from Cold and Dark, so don't use this as a tutorial, but we're just gonna get it going. All right. So we need the battery first, which is right over. Where is the battery? Where the heck is the battery? What is this video about? Like, I am into aviation, but I don't know what the title of the video means. Basically the title, I think it says Blue Arrow Executive. Basically that is what we're flying today on X-Plane 11. So this is an X-Plane 11 video. We're flying Blue Arrow Executive, which is my airline or flight group on FSeconomy.com. It is a website that brings an economy to flight simulators like X-Plane, P3. So, oh, there's battery. Left battery, right battery. There we go. And then I think all we need to do is turn the APU. All right, cool, that worked. No problem. I think that says Franklin Aviation, not sure. Fidget Blaze, good to see you. Yeah, I mean, I've probably flown 5 different planes in the last 12 hours, so. And this was not, I didn't start this one from Cold and Dark. All right, APU's on. That's good. I just want to kind of get it up and going just so we can start it. That's really all I care about. All right, here's the APU gen. That's already turned on. Standby instruments already turned on. There is a checklist to do. That actually usually helps me out. Where is it though? External pre-flight. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of. I'm gonna do fast pre-flight. There we go. That's gonna get rid of all the red, all the remove before flight stuff. Oh yeah, now she's all uncovered. All right, cool. Checklist. Here's checklist. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? There's a button. There it is. Checklist. There it is. And we'll go through APU start, dock safety. That's good. Switch is good. Gear handles down. Left and right auxiliary pumps are off. I assume so. I didn't touch them. Air source is off. That's over here somewhere. We'll assume that that's off. Standby instrument switch. Left battery on. Right battery on. CAS. APU normal faults. Lights. Nav. Over here. Nav lights on. Left and right fuel pumps to auto. That's up here, right? Yeah. That's this right here. That's already set to auto. Oh, it is now. Enter. I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly. APU's already started. Electrics. See, I knew what I was doing. Electrics check. Electrics are already on. Left and right bleeds should say off, and they do. APU bleed is on. Is it? No, it's not. Now it's on. Cross bleed open. Air source norm. That should be up top somewhere. Oops, there it is. Norm. All right, next page. How do I go to next page? I forgot. There you go. Initial check 1.5. Oxygen mask good. Oxygen quantity good. Fuel quantity good. Standby instruments good. Clock reset. NWS is off. RAM air checked off. Air conditioning bleeds off. Pressurization blah 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 off. Anti-ice off. Probes off. Reversion panel off. Left and right pump. Left and right hydraulic pumps are on and set. That I don't know if it's actually on. Where is that? Oh, that's down here. That should be set to on. Auxiliary on auto. ETU on auto. Gust lock is on. Right, is it? Now it's on. All right, gust lock is on. Next page. Engine start. Weather clearance FMS. We're gonna be using GTN today to make things easier on us. So hold on. I need to reactivate that. This is one of those planes where the GTN 750 doesn't actually work in like, it doesn't work in a 3D panel. It works separately as a pop-up. Boom, there it is. So it actually will override all of the FMS and navigation systems inside of the Challenger. All right, we're on VATSIM, so we'll go to 2200, and we'll go to Unicon 122.8 transfer. Flight plan today. We'll put our full flight plan for the full day. So we'll be flying from Kmont, which is where we are right now, to our first FBO or airport, which is in, let's see, is NV27? No. 2Q7 to Quebec 7. We own this FBO on FSeconomy. The second one we're going to, we also own, which is November Victor 06 Soldier Meadow. It's a dirt strip. It's going to be pretty challenging landing there. And then our last stop for today will be Boise, Idaho, Kilo Bravo Oscar, India. And that is what our entire flight plan is today. Should be pretty easy, pretty quick with this plane, because this plane is super quick, super fast, and it's not too far. All right, that is done. So FMS is done. Check doors and beacon signs closed, on and on. So we turn the beacons on, getting ready to start the engines up. And seatbelt signs need to be on as well. Beacon lights are on. We can go outside to verify that. Yep, beacons are flashing. Doors are closed and locked. Parking brake, emergency brake set, pressure 2000. That's fine. Chocks are removed. Gust lock is now off. Thrust reversers idle. Okay, engine run switch on. Is that really all I have to do? That sounds too darn simple. Let's do that then. Alright, wait, engine run switch on. Okay, this is what this is. Okay, engine run switch, and then engine start switch, and make sure we're clear. And we are. I'll just open that window up. There we go. Come on, all the way. Got it. Alright, let's start the engines up. Let's move this stuff. Let's see what's on the next page. After start, oh damn, okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Best part is here. Alright, starting right engine. Like, why the reverse is on, seriously? Oh, the doors are not closed. I lied. Beautiful. All right, we have one good engine. We technically can start them both at the same time. Starting engine number 1. Why is this moving? All right, we got 2 good engines. All right, looking at the checklist, which is right here down on our screen. Wing anti-ice on and checked. Where is wing anti-ice? I think that's here. Probes, wing, windshield, window can be on. Let's see what else we got next. We have enter windshield heat on, flaps set for takeoff. That's flaps 1. Hydraulics check. Go back to our hydraulics panel. We'll set that to auto. All right, that's good. Flight and ground spoilers check. Let's go take a look at those. Those are working. And we have to do our flight controls too. Let's check on that. And that looks good. Gens and electrics check. Our gens should be not illuminated, so that means they're working. It's kind of like an Airbus, like the way the things just kind of turn off. Trims set, PFD brief good, departure brief good, radar, terrain brief, anti-ice panels check, passengers brief, NWS on. Enter cast check, that all looks good. Next page, taxi, brakes, fuel balance, thrust reverse, engine, instrument, and 1 bugs are good. Flaps set for takeoff. Okay, cool, we're good. We're good to go. Plane is on. So what we need to do now is make sure our nav source set to FMS, which it is, and then we need to change our barometric to 29905. And we're really only gonna do this once. Once we get to the other airport, we're not gonna shut it off. We're just gonna go for our next flight. All right, looking good. APU, we can shut off now. And there it is. And what are we missing? What are we missing? What are we missing? I think that should be all. Flaps are down. Let's go ahead and turn our taxi lights on. We're ready to go. There's no ATC right now in VATSIM. We're just on because why not? Emergency lights are armed. And we are ready to go. All right. We have a cast message here. What's up? Bleed off. Wing anti-ice on, cross bleed open. All right, so I guess it does it not want those things? Am I not supposed to have those things? But do I need to turn bleeds on and close the cross bleed? I get that's what it wants. All protect fail. Okay. Rudder, what does that say? Rudder limiter fault. I don't know what your problem is. All right, we're not gonna worry about that. I'm gonna go flight directors on. I'm gonna switch to nav. That's gonna put us on nav. Altitude, we're gonna set that to, for our first flight, we'll go up to 19,000 or 21. Maybe, we'll do 21. We'll do 21,000 for our first flight. It's not that far. Our second flight is probably the longest of all of them, but it's not that far either. All right, releasing parking brake, and we're ready to go. You guys still with me? Just realized to get my thing back up there. All right, cool. All right, let's do it. I think I released parking brake. Yeah. All right, let's give it a little throttle. We should start rolling. Yep, we're good. I got my track IR working. What's up, Ninja? Winds right now are 110, so we'll be going that way. I love this airport, man. What's up, Dante? Good to see you. What's up, Austin Jones? No face today. It's just a little too dark. Mr. Silly Bum, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Can you guys hear all right? I feel like the sound is really low. At least in my ears it is. I'm not sure about if it's like that for you guys. But on my end, it's like really freaking low. Turn it up. Didn't get too loud. This plane is not that loud from the inside. Thank you, man. Appreciate the compliments. I'm doing good, Austin Jones. Thanks for asking, man. Yeah, I was kind of torn today. I actually had a completely different flight plan for today's stream. And so in the last minute, I switched to this one. And I was like, I don't even know how to start this plane. But we got it started. The checklist definitely helps you get it up. It didn't take us too long. I mean, honestly, we got this thing started quicker than a 737. I'm very familiar on how to start a 737. Oh, hello. Well, somebody else is here. Pretty sure that's one of you guys, because nobody ever flies here. Somebody's doing touch and goes. Alright, you guys still can't hear the game audio. Let me go ahead and turn it up some more. Let me make sure my other thing is turned up too. Alright, cool. I got you guys. I'm gonna turn it up. Yeah, I noticed that it was pretty loud as well. Alright, we're gonna stop here, hold short at 28 left. We won't be taking off 28 left, we'll be taking off 28 right. We're gonna be crossing the runway once I get the sound turned up a bit more. It's gonna be loud on the outside probably once we take off. Man, let me know how that is. Nice, Raven, you're finally installing X-Plane. Congratulations, bro. Alright, about to cross the runway. Let's turn the strobes on if I can reach them. Forget it. I can't reach them. They're way down there. No way for me to do them at the same time. Captain Sign, I guess you either don't have Instagram or you don't follow me on Instagram, because I reposted the plane that Infinite Flight announced that they were adding. So yes, I do know. I do know about the new plane. I know about all the new planes that Infinite Flight are planning to add. So just assume that for now on. Alright, so I'm actually not going to back taxi. We're going to taxi off of the runway. We'll clear the runway. Do this the right way. We'll go back and we'll be taking off runway 28 right out of Modesto today. You do, Ninja. I'm glad, bro. I'm glad you've been here. I know you're not like as into flying as you are into racing, but I do appreciate you coming by and supporting and riding along with us on X-Plane. This is Bombardier. This is the Challenger. Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, isn't she? But yeah, I definitely appreciate you guys. I know everybody has their own different interests and different types of things, whether it be racing or flying or shooting games, whatever it is. And I appreciate you guys, even if you're not interested in as much as what I'm streaming, that you still show up. We're also using Ultra Weather XP 2.5 today. Ultra Weather just updated. I am a previous customer, so it was a free upgrade for me. Oh, it's a beautiful jet. My favorite for sure. Even more with my livery on it. Alright, we'll hold short here for runway 28 right. We do have traffic in the pattern. I assume that is probably Anthony, because he's the only one I could think of that would probably show up randomly. Alright, let's go ahead and turn on the strobes, landing lights, and oh, that looks good. I love all the sounds in here, man. Everything sounds real good and crisp. Alright, we're good to go. I'm not gonna worry about the takeoff checklist. Or should I? Yeah, I should. Line up, cabin signs, good. Alright, yeah, we're good. Alright, check to the left. We do have traffic. Looks like he's on final. Yeah, he's on short final. He's diving, this dude. I really doubt he's in a Cessna 172. That's what it shows him as. But this is the struggle with VATSIM, because you don't really know what he's in. He might be in a Cessna 172, but he's absolutely going way too fast to be in a 172. So I use a joystick Ninja. I don't have a yoke. I work with what I got. You know, yokes and joysticks and those extra things are really expensive. You think X-Plane's expensive? Try getting any of the hardware to go with it. Those are expensive. Those cost like the amount of the game. Actually, those cost multiple like times how much the games cost. And so I got the joystick back when I got my PC. Oh, look, the wind is going the other way. Wait, did I say? What did I say? Oh, the winds are the other way. Oh, my bad. Oh well, too late now. All right, here we go. Let's take off. Good landing, Anthony. What are you flying, bro? Because on my screen you're a Cessna 172. I'm just curious what you're actually in. All right, we're rolling. Yeah, like $200 for a decent yoke. Like, yeah, no, I'm not like I love flight sim, but I'm not gonna spend $200 on a yoke. I'm a 737 for you. Seems legit. All right, rotate. Positive clown, gear up. Here's the city of Modesto. Below us, a small town in California. Flaps up. This thing's a rocket too, guys. This thing just moves, bro. Oh, you're in a Cyrus SR22. Cool. Yeah, on my screen you're a Cessna 172. Again, that's one of those things that annoys me with VATSIM. And this the same issues with Pilot Edge too. All the model matching is not perfect. Alright, pulling my power back. We're at 2,500, 241 knots and slowing down here. Again, I can hit my button, show the GTN, that shows our map to show where we're going. There's this whole red area is a bunch of mountains. This is our terrain map. This is where all the mountains are. This is a beautiful flight too. I've done this flight before on Pilot Edge for a live stream in the PC-12. But it's gonna look a little different in this plane. We'll be at higher altitude. That's 4,000. Just kind of managing my speed here. We'll go into flight change mode at 250 knots. Still flying it by hand at the moment. Our airport off our right wing, and there's I think that's Anthony in a Cyrus SR22. Jack, yes, this livery is available online if you want it. There's also a light version of it. When I made it in white. So if you would like either of those, the link is in the description under liveries, so you can check it out there. This airport is also available at that same, well, not the same link, but down in the description I have the airport available as well. Do I like more a yoke or a joystick? I honestly don't have a great opinion because I only use joystick. I've never used a yoke before. I've been told that the yoke is better. Feels better, feels more realistic, feels more authentic. I would not disagree with that. But again, joystick is the only thing I've ever used. And one of the reasons I got a joystick instead of getting a yoke is because I also very often play DCS World, which is a fighter jet and helicopter simulator. And those don't use yokes. They don't have yokes, so I can't imagine trying to fly a fighter jet with a yoke. Like, that would be ridiculous. So I'm okay with flying with a joystick. I mean, obviously mine is not the best. I don't really promote heavy my joystick because it's just it does the job, honestly. Alright, where's 10,000? Let's go ahead and kill the landing lights. It does the job for the price. Like, it's compared to everything I've found online, this is honestly, alright, leave those on, the best price for what you get, because I got a joystick and a throttle together as like separate. So they're separate, but you get them together. You get what I'm saying? So I don't have to use like just my joystick and a little like scroll wheel on my joystick to change my throttle input. I actually have a separate throttle on my left hand. But yeah, that's what it is. And it's 11 right there, 12. And I'm gonna go into AP. God Emperor on. I should have been on before we took off, actually. I think I just turned it off. Yeah, I did. Alright. Here it is. Letting off the throttle now. Oh, sorry, letting off of the yoke. The aircraft should. I just tripping out because I had. Yeah, I hadn't. My joystick was pushed like all the way forward. When I hit autopilot, I had to pull it back, so it still used that input. So right here, this is ACpt. This is available in some different planes, like this Zebo has it. This one just got it added in a recent update, and I can take a look at the map on here if I want. Can I do? I don't think. Okay, no, I thought maybe I could switch it to like where I could see like a satellite, but I guess not. So that's where we took off from, Modesto. I'll just leave that down there. Pretty cool. Little iPad screen. Yeah, it's the same thing, man. It's just, yeah, I'm not trying to spend all that money on a yoke right now. I would rather, I'd rather put that $250 to flight school or a VR, something like that, you know. That's just my personal opinion. Like, if you don't have one at all, like if you don't have anything, then a yoke is something for you to think about. All right, we're past 18,000. Let's switch to standard. That's something to think about, but because I already have this, there's just no reason for me to get anything else. Like, I'm happy with it. No, you didn't miss anything. We're still in the climb out, passing 20,000 feet like a rocket right now. I think 21 is where we were planning on cruising at. You can see the plane's already leveling off. And look at our speed going up quick. We're at Mach 0.6. We're probably going to max out 320. So I gotta pull that power way back because the Challenger doesn't have a auto throttle like at all. So you gotta manage the throttle on your own. And we are, that's not right. Let me change this to show ETE to next waypoint. Alright, we're 15 minutes out already. That's crazy. 108 miles. That's how quick this thing is. 108 miles in 15 minutes. Cabin is pressurizing, looking good. Now speed is still going up. 70% in one. It's so hard. You gotta find a sweet spot. of where to get your throttle to keep it right where you want it, depending on the weather and the winds and the weight and everything. Oh crap, did I pick up the passengers? Oh no. This happens to me. Okay, oh my god, no. Dang it, man. Oh man. Alright, well, you know what that means. This happens to me all the freaking time. Alright, we're jumping back to Modesto. We forgot the passengers. We freaking forgot the passengers. We'll go 10 left. That's the correct runway to be on. And start new flight. Oh, okay. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I was like, I should have did it earlier. I know, right, Raven? Man. My favorite airline in real life is United. And yes, I am streaming on Twitch as well. That's crazy, man. I can't believe it. Oh, this like it happens to me very often where I'm like, all right, oh great, all the buzzes, all the beeps. Is the plane still on? I still see lights. All right, let's get this started quickly. All right, FSeconomy. Make sure you always do this before you start the engines. Well, yeah, if you can remember to. All right, we do fast start this time. Dang, I'm so thankful for planes that have that functionality. I think we are already, yeah, I'm using Swift for my VATSIM client. I just switched to that last week. All right, you can hear the engine spooling up. Flight plan should still be in here. Perfect. Lap sets. Just waiting for the engines to crank up. And almost left engine, waiting for engine number 1. See traffic in the air. Not sure who it is. I know, right? 30 minutes of the stream for nothing. Can you imagine? There's been times that I've done that and I've actually landed the plane at the destination and I was ready to offload the passengers and I figured out that I never actually loaded the passengers. That's the worst feeling in the world right there. Alright, everything else is good, so let's get going. Now we're behind about 100 miles. Alright, and park and brake. Let's go. I'm about to freaking book it now. My PC stats are on in the rotate right there, or at the bottom of the description. All my videos, the very bottom of the description of all my videos is where my PC specs are. FYI. Thank you, Rich Boy, for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family, my friend. Alright, we're gonna go into flight director. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Flaps up. Flight director on. Nav mode on, and flight change mode on, and autopilot on. Beautiful. Appreciate it, Rich Boy. Wow, beautiful. Look at that departure. Oh, wrong one. Look at the... I love the heat blur on the back though. That looks legit. Modesto in the background. Alright. Jesus, 5,000 feet per minute. Let's change that speed up. I'm full throttle right now. That's why we're going so quick. I'm gonna go to 250 knots on the speed on flight change mode. That's gonna pitch us for speed. That should bring our vertical speed down. From the where's your island at, man? Lots of farms out here on the countryside. Alright, so even at 250 knots, our speed or pitch is still 5,000. So I just gotta bring the power back, and the pitch will come down. I tell you, man, this thing's a rocket. We're already at almost at 10,000 feet. Alright, there's 2,000. And get a little bit more. That's the thing about the Challenger, man. If you're not paying attention, vertical speed can get away from you, regular speed can get away from you, anything can get away from you. Like, the Challenger is not a kind of plane for you to just like hit autopilot and forget. Like, you gotta really pay attention to every little thing. Alright, landing lights off. Nav lights are already on, strobes will stay on, seatbelt sounds will stay on. The auto start, turn the APU on, we'll turn that off. Cabin lights can go off. Need the bleeds on, because if not, we will get hypoxia. Probes are already on. Windshield heat is already on. And total bang, 11,000. And we're still climbing for 21,000. Port of Spain. Trinidad, Tobago. Maybe someday, man. Not today, but I think that'd be a good flight. What's up, Andrew? Good to see you. See you, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro. What are my final thoughts of Aerofly FS2019? Honestly, my last video is now. I probably should make a new video about Aerofly FS2019, because some pretty big changes were made since that video that I posted. So, including clickable cockpits and things like that. And I'm talking about the mobile version of Aerofly, for those who don't know what we're talking about. We should have ortho scenery for this entire flight. Yeah, it's gonna look really good over the mountains. It's gonna look really nice. But yeah, I probably need to make that. So I don't really have final thoughts anymore. I actually tried opening up Aerofly FS the other day, and just to look at it, just to see about the clickable cockpits and stuff that they added. They are clickable, they just don't really do much. For example, I hopped into the Baron on Aerofly FS 2019 mobile. I hopped in the Baron, and you can click on the majority of things, but a lot of the things you can click on just don't do anything. It's just like you just can click them for the fun of clicking them. And I don't really know. I was like, all right, well, that's cool. So I opened up the Airbus and tried it with the Airbus, and same thing. Like, you can click on a lot of things. The thing that's missing right now is like you can't actually turn off the plane. Like, you can, like, I literally turned everything off. Like, I was in the Baron, for example, and I've flown the Baron on X-Plane, so I know how to start it, I know how to shut it down. And when you jump into the game and you load the Baron, it starts off with the engines already on. Now, I went in, I clicked all the switches to turn it off. I turned off the alternators, I turned off the battery, I changed the fuel mixture and the prop and the engine, everything down to cut off, and the engine didn't turn off. I was like, huh, interesting. So it's cool that they, added a clickable cockpit. That's dope and all. But it just doesn't seem to do anything. But I can't say it's not my final thoughts. It's just kind of like my first impressions, and that was a couple days ago. And I didn't make a video of that, but I probably need to go back and look at it again and see what all changed and all that kind of stuff. Because I don't know. When I first flew it, I mean, it looked great. It's a good looking game, I'll be honest with you. It's a really good looking game. Especially for mobile. Oh god, I hate when it does that. But I don't know. Needs more still. Yeah, I think on X-Plane 10 mobile, when you click on things in the cockpit, it actually does do things. What's up, Hamza? Yeah, I think I answered that earlier. My favorite airline is United. My favorite airline to fly with is United. So that's why it's my favorite airline. Aviation Flyer, what did you DM me? Just go ahead and ask me now. Is YouTube my only job? No. What's up, Captain Jack? Good to see you, man. But yeah, I mean, Aerofly is good. Has a lot of potential in it still. But I don't know. I think there's just there's a lot of competition. I feel like in the mobile flight sim world, and everybody falls short somewhere. Like nobody's perfect. Everybody, and then also when it comes to people who play them, they have their you know, the ones that they prefer. You know, with me personally, I still prefer Infinite Flight. But I mean, X-Plane is coming out with Global soon, so how is that going to change everything? What's that going to look like? You know, how is that going to be different? How much is that going to cost? Aerofly FS 2019, you know, it looks good. It has clickable cockpits now. Has pretty good textures. It has clouds. Has a lot of things. Has 3D scenery. Has all that stuff. But it still doesn't have multiplayer. It doesn't have, you know, ATC. And even with the clickable cockpits, you still can't. Again, I couldn't turn the plane off. It's a simple thing. Couldn't turn the plane off. So. And then there's some other new simulator that came out that people have been talking about called Real Flight Simulator or something like that, which is only Android. Overspeed. See what I'm saying?
Overspeed.
If you flown a Challenger and it didn't say overspeed, you're not flying it right.
Overspeed.
Yeah, so there you go. So some people prefer Real Flight Simulator. Why? I don't know. I never played it. I know barely anything about it. I don't know what they did. But a lot of people are liking that game.
Overspeed.
Man, look how much I have to come back on the throttle just to get this thing to slow down. I'm at 60%. And I want to slow down, but I don't want it to slow like all the way down. I want it to kind of maintain a constant speed if possible. Yeah, I have only iPhone too. If I had an Android, I would try it at least, but I'm open-minded to try new things, but it's not. If it comes to Apple, I'll give it a try, give it a review, but until then, enjoy. Alright, speed's looking better. It's still slowing down. We are 11 minutes out. That's 80 miles. Look at these clouds though. Yeah, Ultra Weather, they did a good job, man. I was using Ultra Weather before the update, and they definitely upgraded the cloud textures. They look a lot better. You still kind of see the little popping in and out every once in a while, a little flickering. There's some issues with the shadows still. You see those long, really weird things out there? Those are, yeah, all that right there. I need to fix. That's something I need to fix. But other than that, I mean, everything else looks decent with the actual clouds, the textures, the sky textures, the water textures look really good. Sunset looks really nice. Alright, Aviation Flight, I'll take a look. What is your Instagram name? Maybe that's why I didn't enter. Is your Instagram name the same as your YouTube name? Man, it never gets old looking at these clouds. But yeah, I've been trying to fly this plane on a stream for a long time, and just things keep coming up, whether I don't stream or I stream something else. And I've been wanting to show this livery off for a long time. I made the livery a long time ago, like last year. And I originally based it off of a Cessna Rocks livery that he made, and I just took it and I recolored it into the Blue Arrow brand colors. Check out that heat blur in the back. Look at those mountains down there too. Well, they just recently, officially announced. Well, they had already announced it. Looking to hear some more information on exact details, but they recently announced the new Washington scenery by Orbix, which is going to be the state of Washington, which is crazy. Oh, look how beautiful that is. This is not it, by the way. I'm just saying they announced it and I'm looking forward to getting it. I just gotta I gotta make more space on my hard drive. I don't have enough space. Matter of fact, I'm looking to get me a new SSD, maybe like another terabyte SSD. But I have about, I think that scenery is supposed to come out in about 2 months. So if I can get a new SSD in about 2 months, we should be good. Oh, that's cool. An A340, the James Bond crew? What? Yeah, man, Captain Jack just asked, man. You're already in the Discord, bro. You got the connections now, man. I'm telling you, man. Ortho scenery, when you get Ortho 4 XP, it's kind of a headache to get set up. That's the truth. Everybody knows that. But if you look at this right here, it is so worth it. Like this makes simple flights so much more enjoyable when the scenery looks this darn good. Alright guys, that's enough arguing in the chat. Take that somewhere else. Look at that. Alright, we're like really close, by the way. Yeah. Airport is right ahead of us. 46 miles. Alright, so our airport is actually going to be over that mountain right directly ahead of us on the other side of it. Yeah. Actually, no, I think it's this one. Yeah, this mountain right here. That's a big mountain. I think that mountain is 13,000 feet. Yeah, I believe at this peak it might be 14 or 13,000 feet. So for us to descend 14,000 feet to land directly on the other side is ridiculous. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna fly this way. We could also go that way, but we'll just go this way. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the cockpit and we'll switch to heading mode, and we'll go ahead and make our turn. Our nav mode off. That will activate heading mode, and we'll descend down to 11,000 feet. Pull the power back. Switch into VS mode. And we'll descend at about 2,000 feet per minute. That might be too much of a turn. We'll go that way. Now, we're flying into Circle L Ranch, 2Q7. Like, we've flown out here before. I've mentioned in the past that for our FSeconomy flight group of all of our, pretty much of all of our flights, this is probably my #1 or maybe top 3 favorite route that we have over these mountains and then into 2Q7. I gotta watch out because the wind is always crazy out here. I'm not sure why. The wind is always freaking just violent. Looking good, man. What lake is that over there? So again, our airport's gonna be right around this corner. And this will be our first stop. We'll make a quick stop here. We'll drop off, let's make a double check. Yeah, we'll drop off our 8, well, we have 7. I think we have 7 passengers. We have a farmer, Fish Lake Valley tourist, a Blue Arrow executive. We'll drop them off. We'll pick up 8 more. And our next airport we're flying to is actually a small dirt strip. I have no scenery at all. I haven't made scenery for this next airport we're flying to after this one. So we have to bear with us on that one. It's gonna be ugly. But after that, we're flying to Boise, Idaho. And if you guys don't behave, I'm gonna turn off the chat completely because you guys have been arguing for a complete 10 minutes. And you have 2 minutes for me to either kick all of you, mute all of you, ban all of you, or just turn the whole chat off completely. So 2 minutes to shut up. And that is last one. If I ever have to bring stuff up like that in a stream, I'm not kidding. That's what my moderators are for, but they're not doing the job right now. All right, let's watch the, uh-oh. Just kind of trying to watch for this mountain. Matter of fact, I might just fly this by hand because, oops, sorry. I'm gonna fly this by hand because it's fun. We'll turn the autopilot off. Alright, now it's my controls. Somebody actually asked me earlier, changing the subject, about the new United livery and what I thought about it. I actually posted on Instagram last night, kind of like a little poll, you know, asking what a lot of people were thinking about it. You know, people liked it, people love it, or people hate it, and that's pretty much what it is. People either love it or they freaking hate it. I don't understand why you would hate it though. I love it, honestly. I'm a big United fan. I've been a United fan for a long time. Matter of fact, I mean, I grew up in Houston, which is a United hub. That is the main airline that we see, which is probably a majority of the reason why I like United. I've probably been brainwashed because I live in a hub city. But yeah, United is just my favorite. If I lived in like Atlanta or not Atlanta, Miami or Dallas, you know, American would probably be my favorite airline. But anyway, so United is, and with, you know, seeing United and now since I'm so into like aviation and stuff like that now, like I've seen a lot of other liveries and, you know, judged those liveries, and I honestly like it. I like it. Looks more modern. It's not too much. It's simple but not too much. The old one was super basic, super corporate. I was honestly like, I mean, I didn't hate the old United livery or the current United livery, but it's just like of all the liveries of all the airlines, it's just not my favorite, like at all, like not even close. Let's turn the spoilers on pretty quick at 300 knots right now. And so it's just, you know, it's kind of boring, you know, it's corporate, it's like it's like blah. It's what the current United livery is. But with the new one, like it has a little bit more personality, honestly, is what I think. It's kind of copying off of the 787, 737 MAX liveries, where it has the curved belly line. And I kind of like how they did the logo on the back, so I like it. Alright, I see our airport. I have visual. You guys probably can't see it. It's right there. That's our airline. X marks the spot. We'll land. Let's see, what's the winds right now? Yeah, we'll land on hold on, this runway, I guess. Yeah, I'll take this one. So I think what I'll do is I'll fly directly over it. We'll loop back. We'll land there. Yeah, that's a plan. Qantas, WestJet, Aer Lingus, United. What is WestJet's new livery look like? I haven't seen it. I've seen Aer Lingus new livery. I'm not a fan of that one. Like, it looks okay. Qantas, I haven't seen that one either. So really the only new liveries I've seen of those that you mentioned, IFMG, is the United one and the Aer Lingus one. I haven't seen the other one. That's the one thing that I felt like that livery was missing, though. The new United livery is the gold line that you see on the United 787 livery. Alright, there's our airport right below us. Spoilers are still out. We're at 8,000. Let's turn the landing lights back on. The elevation of the airport is pretty high, so keep that in mind. I can't remember the exact elevation, but it's not 1,000, or it's not 1. So I think we're probably around 3 to 4,000 feet above right now. You're funny, aviation. We'll see. This plane is not hard to land. I just don't usually land it very well. So Captain Jack, have you flown to this airport yet? I know you're still new to the group and everything, but I was curious if you've flown out here yet. All right, we make our base turn. Here's the airport back there. Technically, this is a right downwind that we're making right now. Alright, our speed's coming back, looking good. We'll go ahead and start descending a bit more. The winds are actually better today than they've been in the past. Look at the terrain around us, man. I love this thing. It's so hard flying into this airport at night, unless you have flown out here multiple times. We'll go flaps 1. I'll do the best I can, guys. I don't make any promises on these little airports. We're at 160 knots, 6,000 feet.
All right.
Thank you, Crazy, for the follow or subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family on right base. I'll go gear down. 150 knots. Pulling the power back. Keep our turn going. Turn my track IR back on so I can see. Alright, there she is. Alright, I gotta watch out for some trees. There's some trees right on final. We don't want to hit those trees. Alright, going flaps full. Alright, here we go. Alright, around one, I think we land around 110, 115. Alright, look at that little strip right there. It's right on the farm. This was actually a really fun airport for me to make.
Minimums. 500. Sync rate.
Hey, you hush.
Sync rate.
Fine.
Sync rate.
Alright, we're not on the center line yet, though. There is no center line, by the way, at this airport.
Sync rate.
We're coming in hot.
100. Sync rate. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And there's a float. There it is, we're down. Reverse. Oh, we didn't make it. Oh, man. Oh, we're in the grass. Alright, can we move? Are we stuck? Come on, you can do it.
Configuration.
Ah, you hush. With all that. What up, Comer? Yeah, we came in a bit too fast, maybe. Bush flying in a Challenger. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. Alright, we're gonna hit the brakes right here. And what was my landing rate that time? Oh wow, 30 feet per minute. Even though we floated it half the runway. We just came in too fast, is really what we did. Came in steep and fast. Yeah, it's a small little airport, and that happens sometimes. Alright, anyways, we got work to do. We're still behind schedule, so let's keep moving. Let's drop these passengers off and pick up our next passengers. Economy, finish flight. We should have enough fuel to get to the next one. Yeah, we got enough fuel. Next stop will be November Victor 06. I do remember Laser Gamer. But is that you? Change your name. Alright, starting the next flight, I'll get 8 passengers. Yeah, buddy. Thank you, Aviation Flyer, for the 99-cent donation, man. I appreciate it. It was a soft landing. It just was long, and we just didn't get stopped in time. All right, let's start the next. I'm just gonna go this way because I don't want to take. We still have 2 more stops to do, and again, we're behind by like a half hour. So trying to make up time right now. If you buy X-Plane 11, is the airplane free? Yes, X-Plane 11 comes with its own set of default aircraft. There are lots of other free aircraft you can buy. Oh, sorry, there's lots of other aircraft you can buy, and there's also a lot of aircraft that you can get for free as add-ons. Okay, let's make sure our flight plan is set up for our next waypoint, and it is, next stop will be November Victor 006. That's a 200-mile trip, and that one will take not so long. I'm gonna go pretty high this time. We're not going to watch the replay because that might actually screw everything up. So I don't trust that my sim can watch a replay and keep flying another flight without crashing. So we're just not going to watch the replay. We'll watch the final landing. I'm going to go all the way up to 41,000 feet on this flight. Bar. Alright, perfect. Alright, flaps for takeoff. And we'll get it centered up. Again, there is no center line. We actually landed on the wrong side. Look at that windsock. We should have landed maybe this way. Which wouldn't have been worse, because if we didn't make it, we would have went off the runway. Alright, we're gonna go from here. And rolling.
Configuration.
Up.
Configuration.
You don't shut up.
Configuration. 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 Configuration.
Just ignore it.
Configuration. Configuration.
Alright, rotate.
Configuration. Configuration. Configuration.
Rotate. Dead. Oh, this is not going well. Are we in the air? Okay, there we are. Why are we so heavy for some reason? We're so heavy. No wonder we couldn't land on that runway. We could barely take off on that runway. Alright, we're gonna go to the right. That's crazy. I didn't. I think maybe we're just heavy. That's what we're just gonna blame it on being heavy. Alright, flight director back on. Nav mode is already tracking. No, it's not. Now nav mode is tracking. Plane needs to lay out the fat American burgers. It's true. It's very true. I think he ate too much on that stop. I'm like, what it was we picked up somebody heavy. I think that's what it was. What do we have on this flight? Oh, a bunch of passengers. It just says passenger. But one of these passengers ate too many burgers. That's what the problem was. Alright, still flying by hand on the way out. Heading back north. Just took off out of Circle L Ranch, and this is actually in Nevada. We originally started off in Modesto, which is in California. Now we're right on the edge. Actually, this is the edge of the California-Nevada border. California is to our left, Nevada is to our right. Where we're flying now is to the top side of Nevada. This time we'll be going all the way to 41,000 feet. Turn the landing lights off. We're past 10,000 now. Cabin is pressurizing. That's working out. Go ahead and turn the autopilot on. Oh, that's a yaw damper. There we go. Yeah, on that takeoff, we rotated so late that technically that tree took our wing off. That tree on our right would have took our wing off. We would have died instantly. I love that blur, man. It just looks so good. That mountain looks good too. I know, right? Some obese guy just jumped in the back of the plane. An N4 V5. I'm using the Thrustmaster T16000. We're not doing touch and goes, but we're doing quick stops. Because in order for us to register the flight fully and get the passengers, oh crap. Hold on. Speed, flight change mode, and let's change that to 250. I wonder we were freaking climbing so rapidly. Wow, 19,000 already. Look at that. Easy. Alright, we got 260 knots. The plane's gonna level off till we get to 260. Then it'll pitch back up when we get to 260 and climb to 41,000 feet. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, touch and goes. No, for the flight to register, for us to load and get rid of the passengers, we have to actually stop, put the parking brake on, and then let the passengers off, and then let the new passengers on. So that's what we're doing at these first two stops. Our last stop is actually going to be an empty leg. We want to get our flight group actually wants to get the Challenger to Boise, Idaho by tonight. And so I volunteered to fly it over to Boise, Idaho, but instead of flying straight from Modesto to Boise, Idaho, I decided, hey, I want to make some money. And so we made a couple stops on the way. And no, it is not bad that you're in love with an aircraft. And I agree, if it's a 737 MAX or a 787, makes complete sense. Even if it's a A350, that makes sense to me too. It's kind of like being in love with like a sports car. Like for me, it's Aston Martin. I don't know what it is, but I just love Aston Martin cars. What's up, Grabpox? Good to see you. Alright, Franklin, thanks for stopping by, bro. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining in on our first flight. All right, hopefully this is gonna be just as hard of a landing as the first one. Honestly, this is gonna be harder than the first one. Maybe we can get a good landing, 'cause I've landed at both of these airports smoothly before, but of course I'm streaming, so the pressure's on. I want to rub those A350 tires. I do too. Who doesn't? Who doesn't want to lean against the A350 tires and just go to sleep? Yeah, so this is the cabin of the Challenger. Does it have... Okay, yeah, I do have my track IR working with this too. What can I do back here? I think I can do everything. There it is. I think you can actually even turn music on. I just don't know how that works. But I think you can actually link music track to this how do I stop it? I think it stopped. You can link a music track to this aircraft, and when you come back here you can click on play. It'll play music for you. Gentlemen, this plane has been out for years. They've updated it over time, but it's been out for years and still, in my opinion, one of the best X-Plane 11 add-ons you can get. Workout in the engines. Alright, how we looking? We're at 260 knots. We're pretty much max N1 right now. My throttle is full forward. We're at 92.9% N1. Passing 28,000 feet. And it says that we'll be there in 28 minutes. Wow, 186 miles. This is actually like a 220, I think this is a 220 mile trip total. And we're gonna get there in an hour. Yeah, these two routes we just did are perfect for the Challenger. Perfect amount of passengers. Perfect everything. Don't know if there's a weather tracker radar in here. Yeah, there is. There it is. Rain. There it is, weather. I don't think there's any storms around us, so we're not going to see anything right now. Alright, so I think we will be... What lake is that? Let's take a look at our other map. Yeah, we're flying past Reno. I think Reno's off our left. Yeah, Reno and Lake Tahoe are right here, so we'll be flying right past that. Thank you, Dylan, for the follow. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal fam. I appreciate you. I forgot to start up that second flight with Project Fly. Oh well. I always do that too. We'll be stopping at November 406 as our next stop against a super small. Matter of fact, this is a dirt runway. Like, this is literally just a dirt runway. A long dirt runway, like in a little canyon. And then from there, we're doing a short flight to Boise, Idaho for our final stop today, where we will leave the plane for tonight for the rest of the group to do what they want to do with it. But man, I think honestly, like, I'm just really impressed with the... Wait, is that Lake Tahoe right there? That's not Lake Tahoe. No, it's not. We're not there yet. But yeah, I'm just really impressed with ultra weather, man. These clouds just look so good. Like, in my opinion, my honest opinion, of all of the weather add-ons out there right now, all the cloud replacement, sky replacement add-ons out there right now, ultra weather is the best one. And don't get me wrong, active sky and FS Global Real Weather are two separately different things. So like ultra weather and like, for example, I know active sky is the more popular one right now. So active sky and ultra weather are two completely different things. Active sky, I don't have it, and I'm not really sure of the extent that it does. But from what I understand, active sky really just gives you the weather. Like, it gives you the weather information, the live, up-to-date, real weather information. Now, if you use active sky with ultra weather, active sky will tell all these clouds exactly where to go, and that's exactly what my plugin is doing right now. It's using the most up-to-date weather available and putting it there. So we actually need to change our speed to something lower, like 240. In order to get that last bit of climb, we need to get 41,000 feet. And our N2 is in the red. Pull the power back. And there we go. Maybe that'll get us above these clouds. Do I know where Aruba is? No, I do not know where Aruba is. I know of Aruba. I've heard of Aruba. I've never really thought to look on the map to see where it is. So I don't know. I don't know where it is. No idea. MJ Stafford, how do I calculate my descents? The great question of aviation. There are ways to do it. There are many ways to do it. Many people do them differently. A lot of people wing it. But I'm one of those people who just wing it most of the time, honestly. But I also have a website that I use where it will calculate my descent based on how far I am and what speed I'm going, and that's what I usually use as a cheat way to get my descent. But yes, there is a thumb rule. I just usually can't remember it. That's my honest opinion. Not opinion. I think it's good. Because yeah, Captain Joe does talk about it. He's not the only one who talks about it. It's a well-known thing that people use, the rule of thumb for descent. But I learned it at one point and then I like forgot it and then just didn't learn it again, so I don't remember it anymore. I think I knew it a few months ago. I know, it's so chill. Like, look at us going through the clouds now. So chill, so peaceful. Why? What's your arrival airport ASL? What is that? ASL. ASL. What is ASL? Airport. What does that mean? I don't know what ASL is. I think you may have had a typo, sir. Altitude above sea level. Oh, right. Let's find out. It's actually crazy low. 4,482 the elevation. And we're gonna be cruising at 41,000. My favorite plane in X-Plane. What is my favorite plane in X-Plane? Ooh, that's a tough one. It's hard, man. It's just, I fly so many planes so often. Let me just list you some of my favorites, because I can't pick. First one that comes to mind is the King Air 350, the new one. I love flying this, the Challenger. I love flying the 737 by Zibo. I love flying... I actually love flying the Coronado X-Plane 11 Baron with the Reality Expansion Pack. I love flying that. I've been flying that a lot lately. My top of the descent should be in 124 miles. Thank you very much. Like in 124 miles or 124 miles before we get there, because we're almost there. Actually gonna change my altitude down to 10,000. Thank you for that, because I would have completely missed out my top of descent. Appreciate that, MJ. What's up, C Gilly? What do you mean sponsor you? Like sponsor you like an African child? Is that what you mean by sponsor? How would you like me to sponsor you? So you calculated my descent. Now what is my descent rate? What's up, Felix? Good to see you, man. I'm just gonna make one up for now until we find the actual one, because it's time to descend already. Wow, that was a quick cruise. And we'll do 1,500 right now. I'm actually gonna use my calculator to find out what it is. Alright, we need to slow down. And I'm I'm gonna go with 2,500 feet per minute as our descent to get us down, and that should get us around the correct altitude we want to be before we get there, if things go as planned. Let's change that to 2,500. How do I like Ultra Weather XP 2.5 so far? I love it, man. I love it. It's great on frames. They did a good job of making it look better. I'm using the 4K textures. They did a good job making it look better without hurting your frames really bad. Right now we're just east of Reno. You might need to send faster than that. We are in the Challenger 300 today. Let's take a look at her. She's in a dive right now. That's gorgeous. You can just barely see the clouds and the cloud shadows down there in the desert. My ground speed and distance from arrival. Our ground speed is 408 knots. Our distance is 104. Winds are 37. We have a headwind. Passing through 34,000 now. And yeah, but yeah, my impression of Ultra Weather, man, is great. I thought about doing a video, honestly, like reviewing it, but I was like, you know what? I don't really think I need to. I don't know. Sometimes, like, you don't need to make a video about everything. That's what I learned in the last year. I was like, everything doesn't have to have a video. Some things can just be for my enjoyment, and Ultra Weather has been for my enjoyment. Obviously, there's some things that still need to be fixed. Like, you see these shadows that have been stretched out. I'm not sure what's causing that. It could be my settings, but that is, yeah, that's not gonna be good. I also don't like this, what's happening right here, how the weather just updates and just disappears. That's something that Ultra Weather has always had, and that's actually an issue with X-Plane itself. Because the weather's updating, which is good. I want live weather updating, but I don't want to see it updating. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to fly out of it and it actually ends where it should end. Like one weather plugin or add-on that does it, I feel like does it right, is SkyMax. SkyMax, you won't actually see those pops of what weather updating. You turned off cloud puffs. What do you have it on normal? I have mine on cloud puffs. Yeah, we're in a glide right now. We're idle in the power. So we're gonna get there too low? We'll be too soon? Oh yeah, we are really far. You're right. You are very right. We're still 90 miles away. So let's change our vertical speed. I can barely see it. Alright, we're at 28,000, descending for 10,000 at the moment, but we'll be eventually getting down to about 4,000, which is airport elevation of the dirt strip we're landing at. Cloud puffs kills your frames. Honestly, I've tried cloud puffs and normal, and they don't look that different. So if the cloud puffs are hurting your frames, don't feel like you're missing a lot by changing to normal, because it doesn't seem to look that different, not in the overcast. For every 20 knots you decrease your vertical speed by 100. Thank you very much, bro. You're giving me really good information right now. Things that I just sometimes am too lazy to think about, and that's one of them. Is a lot of times my descent. Yes, we are descending into our, was this our second stop for today? Second of 3. Yeah, I do definitely appreciate that, man, MJ. My distance and altitude now. Altitude is 25.9. Ground speed is 350. Distance is 80. I'll probably put my spoilers away. Thank you, Captain. Yeah, man, I actually would love that, MJ. I really do. I really would appreciate that. IFMG, if you're still here, if you can go ahead and post that Discord link again for MJ. Yeah, we are low. Still 74 miles out. That doesn't make any sense. Hold on. Try to keep my speed somewhere around 300 indicated. Look at this scenery out here, though. This is Nevada, guys. This is where we are. If you're looking here on the GTN on the bottom right, we are here at northwestern Nevada, is where we're flying. Once we leave there, we'll fly over the tip of Oregon into Boise, Idaho. You don't want to get stranded out of here. Keep bringing that vertical speed back, so I feel like we're too low. These mountains are really high too, so. Make engine failure. I don't do those things on purpose. Ninja Gamer, you should go back in my inventory of X-Plane videos. You'll probably see that in 50% of them, something goes wrong. AU Silver, I absolutely 100% recommend this plane. There's not very many planes that I say that about, where I'll say 100% recommended. There's planes that I like a lot, but I can't say that I 100% recommend them. But this is one that I like a lot, and I can 100% recommend it. I'm that confident about this plane. Not a Learjet, it's better. I like this plane better than Learjets, personally. Learjet, I like Learjet a lot, but I like this better. It's true. I don't know who took the pictures for the org store for this plane, but they don't represent it at all. Do I recommend the King Air? I also do recommend the King Air. Are my tutorials long? Yeah. I think we have to be friends on Discord for you to send me DMs. So send me your friend request first. A few small lightweight planes that I definitely recommend are the Challenger 300, King Air 350, TBM 900, and that's it for now. There's other ones that I probably would recommend, but that's all I got right now. Hey, how far are we? 43 miles. Alright, we're looking good. So we zoom in on our, I'll move this over here to the area that nothing's at. If we zoom in on the map, we'll see that the terrain is pretty high. We're actually flying right in between all those high terrain. So just kind of look out the front and kind of imagine what we're looking at. So this is the high terrain to the right. This is the high terrain to the left. That's happening here. And where we're landing is right in here. It'll be a straight in landing, so we gotta get our altitude and speed set up perfectly. But it's basically directly in front of us. Probably gonna be in here somewhere. I think it's like right over here. Let's continue our descent. Go a little quicker on our descent now. X-Plane 10 video. 10? You talking about mobile? As far as X-Plane mobile, I won't be making any X-Plane mobile videos until they release global. Before then, it's not worth it. Alright, let's pull power back. Oh yeah, we're only 30 miles away, so we gotta be down. 4,000 is the field elevation, and that means we're high. So I kind of misjudged some of the descent rate because of the high elevation of the area before here. It looked like I was lower than I should be, but we were good. Leno coming from Sweden. What's up, man? Yeah, I won't be making any X-Plane videos till Global comes out, and that'll probably be like a review kind of thing. We'll see. We'll see what it is, anyways. All right, what is the altimeter out here? 3009. Let's get that set up. Nice clear skies out here. Probably should descend even quicker than what we are right now. We do have one more quick stop after this one, so stay with us. We're continuing from here to Boise, but this one you don't want to miss because this was on a dirt strip, and I don't see it yet. Still think it's over here somewhere. Yeah, I wouldn't mind flying SAS. We haven't flown SAS in a long time. Yeah, I'm glad that my stream is good enough quality for you to see what this plane looks like. Coming in hot. Alright, how far are we now? We are 14 miles. We're definitely too high. That means we're 10,000 feet above. We're gonna most likely need to make a circle. We'll have to make a right 360 or something. It says that field elevation is 4,000. What it said. I might need to overfly it anyways, so we can find it. Oh wait, I think I know exactly where it is. I think it goes this way. I don't see it, man. Alright, we're gonna go wide here on a extended downwind. We're gonna go disconnect. We're a little high, and if we dive now, we're gonna be too fast. Just like our last approach. We're only like 4 miles away now. Alright, it's 200 knots, 210 knots. We still haven't really had visual of the airport, but I'm pretty sure we are now on a left downwind. Yeah, right there. And we go flaps down.
Overspeed.
Oh, never mind. Just a little bit too fast for a little bit too fast for flaps. All right, now here we go. All right, now we're gonna make a 180 turn here. Real tight 180 turn. And give it some throttle before we stall it. Alright, see if you guys can help me spot it. Looking for a dirt strip in the desert is not easy. Alright, it's gonna be off our nose somewhere. Here, I think, somewhere at like 1, 2 o'clock. Oh, I see it. It's right there. I see it. I see it. Alright, go gear down. Our airstrip is right here. See that little light line right there? That is our air. That, I think that is. No, that's not. This one. Found it. That is our airport right there. Our little dirt strip. I almost landed on the road. There it is. So easy to lose it, man. Everything looks the same. Alright, gears already down and indicating. Flaps are down and indicating. Try to put this one down a little bit easier or softer. The last time we came in at right around 120, 125 knots, and that seemed to be too fast. So this time just try going for 115, 110, which sounds really slow for a plane like this, but we're gonna try it. I think we're low. You just put a little bit of throttle in, it gets so much speed from that. That's why it's so easy to float this. Make sure I still have eyes on our airport. There it is. Alright, there's minimums.
500.
Not sure what that is. Flight spoilers. Oh wow, you see that? That's not what I was looking for, but where's my view? There it is. Bullets are out, that's what the problem was. Alright, there is our strip. Flaps are down. Fast. You probably still can't see it on stream. I assume you probably can't. But it is right there in front of us. It's on a slope too. This is not the type of airport you want to fly a Challenger into. Plane is not built for this.
100.
Ooh.
50.
There it is.
30. 20.
When we do it.
10.
We're down. Reversers. Wow. Look how little this airport is. There's nothing here. It's really similar to 26L where we flew the Caravan last week. That was better though. That's a long dirt trip. That was better than our last stop. Alright, park and brake. There's literally nowhere for us to go. Alright. One more stop, guys. One more stop. We'll be done for today. Let's go on X on FSeconomy. We'll unload these passengers. Nice. And we still have 1,231 gallons of fuel on board. That's plenty. That flight was pretty quick. Most of it was descending. Alright, so let's gotta go to FSeconomy website real quick and re-rent the plane. How much did the passengers pay? They paid, let me find out. They paid about $930 per seat. Yeah, not a cheap flight. We got some good money on that one. Plus we own this airport, so we owned both airports when we took off from, actually all these airports except for Boise, Idaho. We own them all. So we get the landing fees, we get fuel cost, we get ground crew fee. All that goes back to my group. All right, final stop. Let's go ahead and turn to start flight. That's gonna load us up with no assignments. This is gonna be empty flights, no passengers, just me and you. I mean, who hasn't heard of Gran Turismo? Yeah, I've heard of Gran Turismo. Alright, so I'm going to taxi to the end and turn around, and then we'll take off the opposite direction and continue to Boise, Idaho. That's already programmed in our GPS. My flaps down to takeoff. Vettel is our sound producer? That's interesting. Just gonna turn around over the blurry mess of dirt with my ortho photos. Aviation, what's up, man? Good to see you. No, I haven't accepted. I haven't been on Discord yet. You shut up.
Configuration. 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 Configuration.
There is nothing wrong with my plane. Alright, here we go.
Configuration. 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 Configuration.
A rough runway.
Configuration. 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 Configuration.
Rotate pretty soon.
Configuration. Configuration. Configuration.
Ooh, we just barely made it off of that runway. We used every bit of it. Maybe I ate too many tacos today. Alright, next stop, Boise. Alright, now we can put the flight director back on. Nav mode on. We could go left. Or we can go right. Looks like right has lower mountains. We'll take a right turn. Doesn't really matter which way we go. According to the GPS, this way just goes higher. Alright, we are taking off like a rocket right now. That's okay, I don't care. I just want to get to where we're going. Crazy things are vertical. Our angle's only like about 10 to 15 degrees of a climb, but we're climbing at 6,000 feet per minute because the plane's so fast. And I'm not turning like a jet fighter. We're only like 25, 30 degrees in the turn. Calm down. Know what I'm doing. I'll show you a jet fighter. A jet fighter does this. That's a jet fighter turn. I can do that because we don't have any passengers on the plane right now. But this is a normal turn. That's a funny thing though, because usually I only do like one flight in my streams, and they're usually like longer flights, you know, like an hour-long flight. But since we're doing a bunch of short flights, it's funny, you can tell like how my train of thought goes, because we go from flying all realistic to like on a third final leg, all realism goes out the window. Like, forget it, let's just get there. I'm tired, I'm hungry. It's hot in here. Alright, let's turn the autopilot back on. And we'll turn the flight change mode. And the plane is flying itself. It's supposed to be flying itself. Does not seem to be climbing like I told it to. Why aren't you climbing? Oh, I didn't set an altitude. That's why. Alright, it's a short leg. We're only going... is that right? 182? Yeah, 182 miles. We'll only go to 30... We'll go 29,000.
Overspeed.
Overspeed.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
We'll go to 29,000, and so it's flight change mode. Flight change mode will go down to 260 knots. And we're gonna try to get there quick too, so I'm not gonna worry about all that extra stuff. Alright, looking good. Alright, cool. So yeah, now we're basically we're flying the plane empty. We're pretty much a ferry flight. We're just trying to get the plane to Boise, Idaho, which is where we want it to be. be left at for now. And again, another group member is going to be picking it up later on in the evening to do some work with it. But I thought we'd make a bit of money on the way. But this leg should be pretty quick. Pretty quick. We're still on VATSIM. I didn't follow any of the flight plans. There's no ATC online in America right now. It's too early in the day for that. I'm kind of glad now I didn't do this on Pilot Edge, because I would have to pay attention like a lot closer to things. Yeah, when you go on Pilot Edge, you gotta come correct, you know. But the skies cleared up. We had a bunch of clouds back there between in this last flight, but they went away. I didn't look at the weather yet in Boise. Maybe there's an approach we can shoot. Let's take a look. What's the weather right now over there? Winds are 300 at 7, visibility is 10, view at 1200, temperature 16, dew point 10, altimeter 3011, so 300. So let's see if there's any approach we can shoot into Boise. Let me get my charts. Actually, I don't have to do that. Let's see if this will work. Try something shallowy. Oops, no, I didn't want to do that. Okay, there it is. I'm like, how did we bring it back? We'll go to, I think it's airports. Let's see if this works. ABY. Oh, this hasn't been working for me. Right, when I click on it, it's supposed to give me the runway. That's supposed to give me all the charts, and it's not. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Airport, enter keyword. ABOI. It just gives me elevation data, 2,871 feet. Frequencies. Yeah, that's not working. I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know what happened, but it's just not working. Navigraph, is Navigraph like not set up? Oh, that's what it is. I think that's what the problem was. It wasn't linked. Yes, allow. Alright, let's try it now. Yeah, I linked it a long time ago. I think maybe it updated or something. Let's see if it'll work now. Airport. No, charts is the one where you have to have the PDFs. Yeah, charts opens up a directory, so if you have like a PDFs of your charts already, it'll show it there. But I don't have that pre-put in. That's not gonna actually go anywhere. Airport where you would go. Let's try a different airport like KLAX. Still not working. Do I have to click on search or something? Like, what's up? I should be able to just type it in. It usually pops in automatically. Still nothing. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay, wait. Did that pop up before? Put that away. KBOI. We're figuring this out. Okay, there it is. So I click on the little menu icon, then it pops up. Okay. So our airport, it's parking gates coordinates, I think is the one we want. Let me get a closer view of this. Yeah, that's what I want right there. Alright, so this is Boise, Idaho. There's 2 runways. There is runway 28 right and 28 left. Winds are out of that direction, so we'll be landing on either of those. Doesn't really matter. This will take 28 right. Whichever one has an ILS. It's like 28 left has an ILS. Take the one that has an ILS. And then we'll see what we have an arrival. No, approach 8 left. D 1981. This is the Challenger 300. I don't see. You see 10 right, 10 right, 10 right, 28 right, 10 left, 10, 10, 10. RNAV. I see the RNAV. I don't see the ILS. That's okay. I don't need an ILS. We can do the. I was gonna do the visual anyways. I should do RNAV X-ray 28 left. Yeah, this is the Bombardier. No, this is not CRJ. This is a Challenger 300. That's what the approach looks like for the RNAV X-ray. We're probably not gonna fly that because we'll be coming in from this. We'll be coming in from the south. Was that 28 left? Let's try 28 right. We're at 27,000, by the way. You're not missing anything outside. Don't worry. We've already flown beyond my scenery. This is the end of my orthos right here. Looks great though. Yeah, there's a difference. That's ortho versus no ortho, in case you care. So if you have X-plane, you don't have ortho scenery, this is what you're getting. If you have ortho scenery, that's what you get. We'll be flying over some default X-plane scenery for a little while, but we'll be landing in ortho scenery again. Anyways, back to our charts. Let's just go ahead and try localize to it, right? See what that looks like. Sammy, what is D-Den working on now? Because I mean, this plane's amazing, so I can't imagine. I mean, whatever he's working on next is going to be great. But do you know what he's working on? Who is that? MJ, what is your Discord name? I have a bunch of requests that I haven't accepted. I'm pretty sure you can't survive falling from 30,000 feet. A Global 6,000, what is that? Never heard of that. Oh, Global 6,000. What is? I still don't know what that is. Oh, I think I just googled it. Oh, it's Bombardier also. So it's another private jet. Another business jet. Huh, I wonder why that one. It looks a lot like a mix between a CRJ and a Challenger. Yeah, I heard there's a Falcon 8X. Is that coming from? Is that the Carinado one that's gonna get ported over to X-plane, or is somebody else working on a Falcon 8X? I'm excited about the Falcon. Alright, we're at 29,000, we're even. We'll power back so we don't start speeding. We got our charts here in case we need them. Actually, we can program that into our GTN if we want. We can go low procedure approach. We'll do ILS to a right. Transition, toils, which is right here. And we can activate that, load approach and activate. And now the aircraft is turning. And that'll fly us directly to the transition into the ILS. The cool thing is whenever you do set up an approach, or at least a descent, or some type of arrival, it'll actually program your top of descent into the GTN, so you know where your top of descent is. And it's using this right here to 7,000, at or above 7,000. And so it doesn't descend on its own. You have to descend it yourself, at least as far as I know. But it's actually just really helpful to have for if you're just too lazy to find out where your top of descent is. There are some looks like some military airspaces out here. Something, I'm not sure what this is. Paradise North airspace. But we're just gonna be barely scraping on the way in. Or IFR, we're okay. Aerobask. Oh, Aerobask is making the 8X. Really? We're pretty close. We're only, well, I can't say we're only 100 miles, but we're 100 miles away. We're only 12 minutes out. But I tell you, I didn't know Aerobask was making a Falcon 8X. I thought that Carinata was bringing over whatever Falcon that they just made for P3D. That's good. I'm really glad that a lot of the developers are finally bringing over more business jets to X-Plane, because I mean, just think like about a year ago we didn't have very many, and then the Eclipse popped up by Aerobask, and then Carinata brought the Phenom, which was kind of a hit and miss in my opinion. It's a good looking jet, but I don't know, it's just not all there in the systems. But yeah. I think X-Plane people are still itching for some more business jets, because we're getting some really good high quality GA stuff like turboprops, piston engine type things. When it comes to business jets, you don't have a ton of options. Like the Challenger is definitely one of the best. Carinata gave us the Citation recently, which is actually really good. I recommend that plane. What other business jets do we have now? Somebody gave us a Hawker, but it's just not there. It's not all the way there yet. I hope they're still in development, but it doesn't seem to be. Descend at 97 miles away if you're at 290. Oh, we already passed that. We will be descending at 7,000. I'll go ahead and change that. There it is. And let's see if the GTN actually has calculated a descent for us. If we go to back, go to utilities, go to VNAV, it shows that if we descend at the top of descent marker, it'll have us descending at 2,600 feet per minute. But if I change that to 2,500, that'll give us a new top of descent. That means we descend in 1 minute from now. Let's go ahead and make that happen. Go to vertical speed, and we'll go ahead and start descending now a little early. And I love it when it does that. A lot of times you don't get that, but if you have a full approach programmed into the GTN, it'll usually give you a top of descent and a VNAV profile to follow.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
And that's based off of your speed, based off of the winds. It'll give you your vertical speed target, the one that I set, and then it'll give you a vertical speed required, which is based on where you are right now.
Overspeed.
And that's going down to 7,000 feet at toils.
Overspeed.
Nice, spoilers are coming out. Throttle is at idle.
Overspeed.
And there we go. What's up, Jacko? Good to see you, man. Overspeed, overspeed. The enunciators on this plane get so annoying because they come up so often. Yeah, I got the spoilers out. I'm not using flaps right now. Good luck. It would be cool, man, if somehow D-Den could figure out how to get the GTN in here somewhere. That'd be so dope. That'd be dope. Maybe a little too much to ask though. But I'm excited. I didn't know that D-Den was working on a new jet, so I'm happy about that. I'm also happy that Aerobas is working on a new jet. I wonder when all of these are gonna come out. I was really happy that the King Air finally released. I was actually surprised because they had been working on that for a long time. We knew about that plane for a long time. But you're doing a 4-hour, 30-minute flight in a TBM. Where are you flying to, man? And why? Are you ferrying a TBM somewhere? Or what's going on? Nice. Check again on our descent. Back to utilities, VNAV. Required vertical speed 1600, so let's change our vertical speed to match that. Can't even see it. Okay, there we go. 1600. Give it a little bit of throttle. Really? I need to check that out. What do I need to search to find that video of the global? I want to see his progress so far. Because again, since this plane came out, since he put this plane out, I've been flying it. And I know I think it came out in X-Plane 10 originally, and then he updated to X-Plane 11, and then he updated it again recently to allow for rain effects on the windshield. You get the tablet and some other features that he added. Change our nav mode. And so I'm excited. D-Den Global 6000. I'm gonna check it out, man. Thanks for the reference. Thank you, N4V5 for coming by, man. I appreciate it. Look at these clouds, though. Sounds good, Jacko. Pretty cool, man. Well, good luck to you, man. These clouds are just amazing. I don't even know what NAXV is, so... Sammy, I'm using Ultra Weather XP 2.5. I'm looking at pictures of that Global 6000. It just looks like a newer version of a Challenger, honestly. Like if you just showed me the picture of it, it's easily mistaken as a Challenger. How we're looking now? Required vertical speed 6,500. I think 1,600. We should be good. We're straight. We're descending past 16,000. Now let's check on our altimeter. Local altimeter 3012. Flight spoilers are still out. Honestly, I don't know at what speed. I think you break the speed barrier at like Mach 0.1, right? That's what I think. That's what it is. I think at Mach 0.1, break the speed barrier. Not sure how many kilometers an hour that is. I'd say the Challengers are really fast plane, but when it comes to descending, it feels like this descending process takes forever. I think the reason is because you usually, when you do full flights with it, you usually end up around 40,000 feet, 45,000 feet, and you just descend from a lot higher. Thank you, Jacko, for confirming that. Oh, nice, Sammy. Is there any videos or updates that I can look at? I'll probably start searching it up when I leave here. But now that I know, which is one of the things I love about streaming, is a lot of you guys are more up to date than I am, and you guys give me this information about stuff like, oh, I didn't know that existed. I didn't know that was happening. So I can go look it up when I finish. But I'm gonna start looking up, see if I can find anything about the Aerobask Falcon, and start looking up some videos of the Global 6000, because those are both. I'm a big fan of business jets personally. Like, I like GA, I love GA, I love aviation in general, but my first love has been the business type jets. Like, that's kind of like my goal, and my personal goal when it comes to aviation and flying, is to be able to fly planes like business jets, private jets, personal private jets. Let's see. Is the ultra weather hard on frames? You only have a GTX 1060. No. It's better, in my opinion, than pretty much anything else that's out right now. A lot of the other weather add-ons are pretty hard on frames, and I actually have used the other ones, and I came back to ultra weather because ultra weather is better on frames. How are we looking now? We are now good on descent still, passing 12,000, and we're 20 miles out. Elevations should be dropping here. There's our bottom of descent right there, right before Toils, making a hard left. Hey, I'll check it out, Sammy. Oh man, flying out of these clouds is just something special, man. Alright, just a few more 1,000 feet to go. Airport's gonna be off to the left. I think that's it right there. Yeah, that's like the clouds are flickering, so I can't. I'm pretty sure there's a way to fix that flickering problem. I'm pulling back to idle now. We're getting ready to make that left turn. That'll be our turn for final. How did I learn the more in-depth controls and stuff? What do you mean, Jacko, exactly? Can you be more in-depth? Can you be more specific with the question? I kind of think I know what you mean, but can you be a little bit more specific with what you mean by more in-depth of the controls and stuff? Looking good, 9,000 now. Aircraft's off our left wing. I'm sorry, the airport is off our left wing. You can see my frames are doing pretty good. They're smooth right now, and I'm right in the clouds, which is usually when you get the worst frames with a lot of the weather add-ons is when you're in the clouds. There's 8,000. What's that? 8,000. We're descending for 7. No, not VR. This is a track IR. Jacko, honestly, that's just kind of part of the journey, man. As you, you know, like once you get into, you know, simulators like X-Plane, P3D, the planes all come very high fidelity. All the controls, all the buttons work. You learn how to fly those. You learn what they do as you go, and that's kind of how I learned. Is I've just been on X-Plane for years, man. Learning every plane one by one, and every plane that I fly, I learn how to start it from cold and dark. So that means the plane is completely off, batteries off, everything's off. And so yeah, it's basically how I learned. But as far as procedures and things like that, that's a little bit more. That's a bit different. That stuff I learned over time as well. I originally learned a lot of procedures from a virtual airline I was with on X-Plane, and later on I learned more from like Pilot Edge as a big one, where I learned all my VFR procedures and things like that. And I'm still learning more IFR from Pilot Edge now on how to do SIDS, how to do departures correctly, which I already know a lot of how to do it. I learned that in the past, but trying to get the more more like real world, you know. All right, guys, we're turning onto our final for runway 28 right into Boise, Idaho. Zeta will be next. We should switch. It should automatically switch us over to localizer mode. We'll have to find out if it does it or not. We're at 7,190 knots. We're gonna go flaps 1. Alright, 6,300 where we need to be. I'm gonna switch to approach mode. It lets me. Yeah, there it is. It's on. I have visual. Oops. Alright, we'll go ahead and fly from here. Alright, my controls. $6,000, we're going to be right here. We're actually 1,000 feet above Boise, Idaho. I believe is a Class Charlie. Yeah, Class Charlie. Thank you, GTN. Alright, gear down. Maybe a little early, but it's okay. But 16 knot headwind. At the airport in sight. Speed's at 160 knots. There's 6,000. I don't know why whenever you disconnect the autopilot, the flight director also turns off. Alright, we will be landing on the right side runway. I can see the PAPI lights. I don't need this anymore. That's the thing, like it's crazy, like the Challenger, it flies so fast. Oh, look at that. It flies so fast, but it lands so slow. Alright, so we're a bit hot. I'm gonna pitch up for speed and throttle back for altitude. Gear's already down, indicating. Flap set to 1. I'm gonna hold off on flap setting 2. We're a bit high on the glide slope. Descending to re-meet the glide slope. Pretty much in a glide right now. Alright, looking better. Alright, we're on glide slope now, and it's about 130 knots. Another notch of flaps in, gives more power. Over the highway. Like a mall or something over there. I've never been to Oh Boys Idaho before in real life. I think it'd be nice though, if you can see off our right wing and a lot of mountains. Probably do a lot of hiking out up here.
Minimums.
Alright, flaps full. We're still high. Oh, weather just changed.
500.
Alright, let's get this one right, guys. We got our third and final landing of the day. Make it a good one. See, 4 white pappy lights, that means we're too high. We're a little slow too, so I can dive a little bit. Alright, 1 and 2. There it is.
Glide slope. 100 slope.
A little bit of a crosswind, not too much. 118, 115.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And there's a float, darn it. Darn it, man. When this thing floats, it freaking floats. And we're down. Alright, it was soft though. At least it was soft. Reverse is out. Welcome to Boise International. Alright, manual braking. Alright, flaps up, spoils away. And I guess we'll park on the right. I've never been here before. I don't know where signature is. Oh, I see some jets over on our left. There's the passenger terminal. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, that was a nice, easy, smooth flight there. Turn the land lights. Oh wait, we never turned them on. Whoops. Strobes off. Taxi lights on. Welcome, welcome to Boise, Idaho. I don't know how much this plane is in the store. To be honest with you, I have no idea. But I'll tell you this much, it is definitely worth whatever the price is. You could catch it on sale, but it's worth it full price. But I mean, if you want to wait for it to go on sale, it may go on sale. Yeah, if you miss that one point, man, this plane will float on you in a second. And I did exactly that. Got all these citations out here. There's a Learjet. There's a Cyrus. Vision Jet. There's a Cessna 172. We'll park right here. Alright, cool. Nice. Progress. Alright, we'll shut her down. Taxi lights off. Actually, before we do that, before I forget, let's go ahead and finish the flight. Alright, perfect. Let's see, yeah, seatbelt sounds come off. Lights are off. We will shut the engine off. Hitting these buttons here. I'm gonna completely shut off actually because APU is not on. Animations, let's open the door. The light on. And I believe that is it. Yeah, then we turn the beacon light can come off now. And we're done. Hope you guys enjoyed that little money-making ferry flight in the Challenger 300 by D-Den, which we now know that there's a Global 6000 coming out by the same guy. When, we don't know, but eventually. Hearing the handbrake sound when I heard the brake? I don't know. Yeah, we'll watch the replay. And yeah, let's just close the door because if we don't, it'll stay open. And I'm gonna log off of X-Plane. Sorry, not X-Plane. Squawk box. Or VATSIM. Alright, replay mode. Let's see how I screwed this one up. Why is it doing that? I plan to stream tomorrow, but we'll see. I don't really know how tomorrow's gonna go yet. But most likely I'll be on Pilot Edge tomorrow, same time as today. Yeah, we should have touched down right there. But we didn't. Oh, it was actually really smooth. Wow. Let's watch it from the view that tells no lies. Right over here. Here it comes. That was a what? The fattest float? Oh man. Yeah, sounds good, Sammy. Whenever you can make it, man. It's all good with me. What's up, Nicholas? Welcome back. Alright, here it comes. There's a float. Oh, we finally touched down though. That was smooth, man. We finally hit the ground. It was smooth. It was real smooth. Oh, that's hot. I want to see it again. Otra vez. My glide path looks like a bouncy ball. It did though. No joke. Alright, let's see. Ninja Gamer, yes, you can cross feed fuel from one tank to the other. Alright, let's watch from Wing view, I guess. We'll do right.
Configuration.
Oh, okay. It does that on replay mode. That's annoying.
Configuration. 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 100. Configuration. 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 30. Configuration.
Yeah, you can see me. I was a little too aggressive with. That's probably why we floated, honestly, because I was too aggressive with pulling the yoke back.
Configuration.
You definitely notice it from the inside of here.
Configuration.
Alright, what other view do we have? What's up, Epic ET? Good to see you, man. I have these views, but they don't seem to be working right. Oh, there it is. It's working now. Okay, cool. Do this one. Yep. Oh, okay. That's when I was in the air. What is your problem? Alright, this will be the last one, then we'll get out of here. Thanks again. Those clouds do look good though. Let's see how our centerline game is. Okay, the screenshot right here. And screenshot. Yeah, look how the nose keeps bouncing up and down. Oh no. The camera got stuck on the ground. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Oh, we actually landed on the left tire. I didn't know that. Almost center line. We're like right on the edge of the center line. Yeah, tomorrow, if I'm able to stream at all, it'll be X-Plane. And then Friday, again, if I'm able to stream, it'll be the Infinite Flight. So again, I'm not 100% sure that I'll be able to stream at all, but if I do, that is what my plan is.
Configuration.
Alright, let's watch again as we ride out to... Oh, tower view, tower view, tower view. There it is. You can see the nose popping up and down. The tower is so far away. You can see that you can see a lot more from here. There's a massive float. And there's a touchdown. Alright, well again guys, it was fun. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time. I am not doing the OG 1.8 flight, so somebody else is going to do that. I'm landing the plane here, so one of you guys can finish it. So yeah. Oops. Dang it, I won't do that. But yeah, so I flew this far, and it's up to you guys to do the rest. Anyways, for the rest of you guys, appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. 3 choices. Give up, give in, give it all you got. If you want this livery, link is in the description. If you want the airports we flew to earlier, link is in the description. If you want my PC specs, link is in the description. Peace, love, God bless you. See you guys next time, next video. Peace.